Good morning, good morning, and good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Rants About Tech Live for this Monday, February 3rd, 2025. It's already the 3rd. Like, February flew by. March feels like it's going to fly by. I mean, the wind is flying. It's making everything fly, but it could also fly by. It's been a weird month. It's been a weird month already on day 3. Sunny day here in Philadelphia. Cold as crap, but definitely sunny. So it helps create the illusion that you'd be okay if you were to step outside your door. You won't be. You won't be. So just be careful out there if you're in Philadelphia. In the Northeast today, it's pretty cold, although it is pretty sunny. At least where I'm at. Thank you for joining me if you're coming into the chat. Appreciate you guys coming in. Give a little chance for people to come into the chat this morning. Mondays are usually slow. I get it. People are like, I don't even want to be at work today. I definitely don't want to listen to anyone talk about technology, but we're going to talk about it. We got a few things here. Not crazy stuff today. Not crazy stuff today on the show. I mean, just run-of-the-mill stuff today, to be honest with you. But kicking it off with things to be happy about today. Happy National Anthem Day. If you don't know the national anthem where you are in the world, you should learn that. So if you're ever called upon in a public setting to sing said anthem, or just to talk about the anthem, to speak it, you will know at least what you're doing. There's been many situations here in the U.S. where people have gone to sing the national anthem, had no idea what the words were. You live here. We sing that song. Well, I don't know if they do it every day in school now, but we used to sing that song every day in school. So it's a good opportunity to rehearse that national anthem if you don't know if you know it. Today's a good day to do that. National Anthem Day today. World Wildlife Day. Bringing awareness to wildlife. Now, what I think about is like extinct animals. So bringing awareness to whatever extinct animal you have in your area. It might be time to do some research on that. Do I have extinct animals in my area? You know what? Speaking of which, let's see. Endangered species. Ooh, that was one I. In or near Philadelphia. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, wow. Okay, so here we go. Endangered species in or near Philadelphia include the coastal leopard frog, the American bittern, and black-crowned night heron. I only know what herons are just of recent, just of late. I've come across these birds. Interesting birds, by the way. Okay, so we got a little list here. We got the king rail, the least bidden. I don't even know what that is. Oh, they're birds. Oh, these are all birds? No, there's a frog in here. But they're a list of birds. So find out what your native endangered species is today. I mean, it's World Wildlife Day. Let's get together, find out what they are. Bring some awareness to that. That's awesome. That's pretty awesome. You know what else is pretty awesome? RantsaboutTech.com. RantsaboutTech.com is pretty awesome. I can't lie. It's about to get way more awesomer. I've been saying that for a while now, but the work is getting done. It's coming to fruition. It's coming together. But it's awesome in its own right now, because you can buy a T-shirt there. Show your support for the channel. That's one way to show your support for the channel. Other ways to show your support for the channel, you can become a member. We got members in the chat right now. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you. But yeah, support the channel any way you feel, watching, viewing, liking. Matter of fact, if just like right now, show your support. Just hit the like button. Bam. We haven't even started the show yet, but hit the like button. It's a good time. It's a good time. What else we got here? I think that's it. Let's do a segue into like the topics here. If I can cue this up, I probably can't. But we're working on it. All right, here we go. Let's try this again. Bam. Okay, now let's go on to the topic. Okay, that was awesome. That transition worked out well. Oh boy, I'm happy with myself on that one. Okay, so Amazon's new AI-powered Alexa. What I wanted to know, if anybody out there in the chat right now, how's it going, Mr. Media? Good to see you here. I appreciate you for joining me. Let's get the air horns going for Mr. Media and my brother in the chat today. Thank you guys for joining. It's air horns for the members today. I wanted to see if anyone out there had any experience with the new Alexa. From what I understand, a lot of the things I've been reading and hearing about it have been talking more about the way it goes about giving you answers. Not really its intelligence, but the way that it goes about doing things. So I found that very interesting to read about it. And I wanted to see if anybody had any firsthand information with the new Alexa software. I think you can only get available to this software, like we said in last week's live, through the Echo right now. The Echo Show, I think, is the only device shipping with the new Alexa. Everything else, or everyone else, is going to have to sign up for the invite only for the new Alexa AI. I've already signed up for my invite to the new Alexa AI so I can try it out. But it would be very cool if we had any members or any viewers that are out there who had some first-hand experience with this. If anybody gets one of those Alexa the Echo shows, definitely throw it in the comments. I would love to hear your take on it. But yeah, this article is basically talking about how fun it is to talk to. I said there was an excerpt that I had here. Let's just go into this excerpt right here. Oh, you know what was cool about this excerpt that I read was that I didn't know that Amazon offered Samuel L. Jackson as a voice on Alexa at one point. They pulled it in 2023, it says here, but it was offered. I'm like, could you imagine Samuel L. Jackson as Alexa? That would have been wild. Anyway, what we got here? In contrast, talking to GPT or Siri at the moment lacks the same sort of emotional spark that even basic Alexa Plus has. They are functional, yes, but not as fun as the. Let's cover this right here. But not as fun as the direction Amazon is taking Alexa Plus. By making an AI chatbot with a bit of personality, Amazon might have just found a niche that means it can recover from its slow start in the AI arms race. Not to mention that Alexa Plus is designed primarily to be on a device that sits in your home, not on a phone in your pocket or a computer at your desk. While that might not be much of a technical difference, the difference in the way you use Alexa Plus means you're in a different location at a different distance and ultimately in a different frame of mind when you use it, which I think is interesting. That's a very interesting take. Whoa, my brother said he had Samuel L. Jackson as his voice. Are you serious? How was that? Let me know how that was, man. I didn't even know that was a thing. I, I should have known if anyone was going to have Samuel L. Jackson as their voice in Alexa, it would have been you, brother. It would have been you. My my vision of Samuel L. Jackson will forever be the character he played in Pulp Fiction, opposite John Travolta's Vincent Vega. It was, I forgot his name. Vincent Vega and, oh my goodness. What? The Samuel L. Jackson on Alexa cursed? Oh my goodness. Wow, that is, oh, I'm so mad I never got a chance to experience that. You know what? I know someone on YouTube did do it and did record it. I'm gonna go search it. I'm gonna go search it to see what Samuel. I won't be able to play it on my live because I'm trying to have a family show here. But wow, that is mind blowing. Okay, moving on. But anyway, I think that the take that they were that the person who wrote this article on TechCrunch, he has a point. How you use Alexa, because it's not a phone. I mean, you can have Alexa on your phone, right? But with the speakers, you're using it in a different way than you would use it on your phone. I agree with that 100% wholeheartedly. That's a true statement. And it makes for different interactions as well, I would imagine, just like they're pointing out here. So that was a very good point to make there. Nobody is expecting Alexa to be, let's get right here. Nobody is expecting Alexa Plus to be able to produce C++ code, which I was just talking about. I was like, no one's talking about how smart it is. Everyone's talking about how it's going about giving you answers, which I think is very interesting. And I think it is a niche that Amazon can carve their way into. Man, I enjoy meaningful interactions. I mean, I'm not expecting the person I'm talking to every time to be a rocket scientist. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't understand rocket science myself. So, you know, who cares? But in most cases, I'd at least want an engaging conversation. Cliff's good. Cliff's good, but Cliff ain't engaging. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and Cliff, I mean, I named my Google Gemini active AI Cliff. I don't know if he responds to Cliff or not. Let's see. How's it going, Cliff?
Thanks for asking. How about you? Anything exciting happening today?
Okay, so yeah, he responds to Cliff. It's awesome. Anyway, I think this is a very good take on that. What else we got here? I think the next thing we got up here is the Apple AirPod Pro 2 coming to the UK. So let's go ahead and get right. So the next story we got up here is the Apple's AirPod Pro 2s can be used as hearing aids in the UK after software update. So there's a software update coming, and when is this software update hitting? I think we'll find. There's a portion here. Oh no, this wasn't the one. All right, so we'll find out when they're hitting. But they didn't come at the same time the U.S. market got their software update for the AirPod Pro 2s. And this is interesting because we talked about this last week a few times with consumer grade products becoming getting certification to be used by the FDA. So I thought that was awesome. So this is one of those products, and just it getting into more hands is always a good thing. Next thing we got up here is resin 3D printers and my particular experience. I'm not sure if we have the Elegoo up here. Yeah, we do. We have this. All right, so Elegoo Saturn 4 Ultra 16K review in progress. This is the resin printer that I recently got here. Now I just wanted to talk about my experience with this particular printer. Now, it's easy as crap to put together. Like I got, you know what? I've been wanting to try this. I got this printer right here. I'm gonna try this view right here. I wonder if I can change it. Oh boy, let's see. Let's see if this works. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Awesome. All right, so that's my A1 Mini right here. My bamboo A1 Mini. Never mind the filament I have like strung to the back of it there. That's for show. Don't let that bother you. This thing wasn't easy to put together. It came in a couple parts that you had to put together, and I don't know. It was an ordeal. It was something I had to think about. I would show you the other printer, the resin one, but that's the one I have that I've been working with, making my 3D prints now. It's the only one I have experience with. Oops, that was the wrong camera. That was the wrong camera. There we go. It's the only one I have experience with. So, oh boy, that wasn't even I was showing that in a small window. Oh, it was probably still good. It was probably still good. Yeah, it was still good. But anyway, I had to put that thing together. And that wasn't easy. Just the packaging was difficult. Taking it out of the box was difficult. Putting the parts together was difficult. Like, it was something I had to put some brain power into to do. So, I mean, it wasn't like crazy, right? It wasn't anything too hectic. It was just something I had to think about, which I was like, okay, I expected that. I mean, that's not a knock against the A1 Mini. It's not a knock against the A1 Mini. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do some 3D printing videos. 2530 Media, Mr. Media says, I've been waiting on 3D printing video. I'm putting it all together. I'm trying to learn stuff first. Like, I know how to use the A1 Mini now, the filament 3D printer. The slicer program I'm getting better at. Like, I'm learning more about that. Like, I've just been doing default stuff lately. I just got into some custom 3D prints just recently. Matter of fact, do we have a video? I think we have a video we could. I just got into some custom 3D printings. Let's see. Oh, I do have a video. We have this right here. Come straight from the Discord. What do we got here, Discord? Bam, straight from the Discord. Let's check it out. Oh boy. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Okay, so I got some experience with custom 3D prints. So I'm learning some things. 3D modeling I'm learning, employing help as well. So, you know, it's a two-pronged attack going on with this thing. But yeah, it's very interesting. Ooh, let's get back to the can I get back? Wrong camera. Oh, there we go. All right, bam. So it's been a process. So I'm trying to learn all I can and then make a video that's informed. Actually, it could be a 3D printing journey video at this point. Because I've just got random footage recorded from both devices. I just got done recording my setup for the Resin 3D printer. So talking about the Resin 3D printer, the Elegoo. Awesome printer, 16K. A couple notes I wanted to make about it. The setup, super simple. It basically comes set up. The only thing I had to do was change out some screws on the vat, because there's a vat on the inside of it. The only thing I had to do was change out some screws. You take screws out, you put some other easier to handle knobbed screws in the default screws place. You're done. I'm not even sure you have to do that. I just think that they ask you to do that for convenience. So when you have to move the vat around, or you want to clean the vat, you can easily take it out with those screws. It doesn't ship with those screws, maybe because it takes up a little bit more space in the printer, and for shipping purposes. I don't know. It really doesn't make any sense to me. But the point is, that's the only change you have to make. Once you do that, everything else is set up already. I was like, man, this is super simple. I loved it. It was awesome. So the best printers, I only have 2 3D printers here, but you know, it's the best printer setup I've come across yet. So big up to Elegoo for that. Not only that, I didn't expect this, but it happened. It comes with everything you need. Like, it comes with the face mask for your, breathing in the fumes of the chemicals. I gotta tell you, it feels good to handle chemicals again. Something that's a bit dangerous that you have to be careful with, but it's still, I don't know, it's fun to handle slightly dangerous things. It is. It's just fun. I don't know what it is. Like weapons. It's just slightly fun to handle dangerous things. But anyway, yeah, I threw on the lab coat for no good reason at all. Just because I was around 3D printers and chemicals, I'm like, I need a lab coat because I got chemicals here now. So that was awesome. But anyway, that was a really easy setup. I wanted to mention that. I wanted to say how awesome it felt too. It feels like a super substantial machine. Like even the lid, it's plastic, right? I mean, you can look at it and tell there, but the weight of it feels really substantial. Like even the mechanism that holds the lid in place to let you lift it up, because it rotates on that axis right here, and I think you can see the knob on the side there. Matter of fact, let's take a look at that. Yeah, see, so the knob on the side here, it rotates on that axis. The lid does, and I'm telling you, it feels super substantial. It's a nice, easy glide. You don't feel like it's wobbly at all. I don't know. I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy with the build quality. I'm really happy with what I see of it so far. The setup was super easy. The slicer program, that it's complicated in the book how you're supposed to get the slicer program. You just go to the website and download it. They send you a USB disk with the program on it. I'm like, how dumb is that? It's undoubtedly going to need to be updated, even if it were working correctly from the USB disk. Just download the software. Just tell people, go to the website, download it. If you're not connected to the internet and you have a 3D printer, you've done things wrong along the way. You probably shouldn't have it. Moving on to the chat here. Aaron says, without giving out any secret info, can you 3D print pens? Yes. Yep. Pens are 3D printable because they're all plastic parts, with the exception of the electronics that go inside them. Case in point, Supernote's new Vista. I think it's the Vista 2. Regardless of what it's the Vista, and it's all clear, all plastic. Very cool pen. Very cool pen. All right, so what else we got here? And I'm not buying these 3D printers for nothing. You can bet that. Brian, how's it going? Oh, snap. BM snuck in. I didn't even see BM creep in here. Oh, boy. Where are we at? Oh, boy. There we go. Okay. When did BM creep in here? Let's get everyone's going for BM. And Brian. How's it going, you guys? Good morning. I just sent a STL file to my library, and they are going to 3D print it for me. I have them printing a pen holder for the Manta. Oh, snap. Which pen holder? We actually talked about a pen holder in the Discord. Let me show that real quick. eInk was offering to print some pen holders for the chat. Let me see if I can find that. The one that eInk was mentioning. We get down in Discord. I love our Discord, man. I'm telling you, it's so much stuff. I could have a section of my live just be devoted to what we talk about in the Discord, and that's what's partially happening today. I won't front. That's what's partially happening today. I can't find. We got so much we talk about in the Discord. It's like you got to go through so much stuff. I love it though. Okay, so I can't find the thing, but it's basically like a little tray that sits on the side of the Manta that has the form factor of the pin, the Lamy. Oh, I'm so mad at myself for not being able to find this now. But anyway, it's like a little tray that holds the Lamy in place. It's very cool. I have my own design I'm working on. It's not like that at all. It's a unique design, but I think it's going to be very beneficial. Yeah, I can't find that 3D printed thing that eInk had on the Discord. But yeah, if you're in the Discord, definitely go check it out. Yeah, we cover a lot of good stuff in there. It cost me 10 cents to print. Oh, okay. So Brian says that he thinks it was that one. So it's like a little tray with a U on it. that's coming out of the side, and you just kind of slap the pin right in there. Very cool design. A very neat design as well. As always, I have critiques. As always, I have critiques. I'm always looking at stuff like, how can that be better? I think I may have found it. I'm pulling a Steve Jobs. I think we may have found it. More to come soon. All right, so anyway, that's the 3D printer right there. I thought it was a very easy setup. I thought it was very well built, solidly built. Getting it going was easy. It did it itself. It runs a self-test when you turn it on, and you're ready to rock and roll. The only thing I'd have to do now is learn how to use resin. So that's where I'm at. I don't know how to use resin in the printers. I have a couple prints I want to make. I just don't. I don't know how to use a resin printer yet. So now now the struggle is trying to figure out how to use the actual resin. I don't even think I have enough resin. I didn't know how much I should buy, so I bought the smallest amount of resin I could buy. And I'm thinking, okay, why would they sell you less than what printers can use? I didn't consider the size of the printer. This is like a mid-size, not even a mid-size. This is a small printer, but as far as the small consumer printers go, this is like a mid-size printer. So there are printers with smaller vats that hold less amounts of liquid or resin. I probably should have considered that. I have reasons for considering this. I'll go over that in the video that I'm recording now. So, but yeah, anyway, very interesting process, very easy process, easier than what I thought it was going to be. And for right now, the Saturn 4 Ultra 16K is proving to be just what the doctor ordered for me. So I'll let you guys know more when I get to actually printing with it, and let you know what I think about how it prints and the actual prints themselves. All right, so what else we got here? All right, so let's get on to the Switch game trailer. So Switch came out with their first trailer for this, or Nintendo came out with their first trailer for the Switch 2. So let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and check that out. So let me get over here real quick. Make this as seamless as possible. All right, so looking at this Switch 2 here, we got Nintendo Switch 2's first major game trailer has left fans divided. Now, before I say anything, you know what? Let's go ahead and get this going. Before I say anything, let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer. And then it's the first Switch 2 trailer. Like, we got to look at this. If you've been following the live stream, you know that I'm infatuated with Nintendo's Switch platform, or Nintendo game consoles in general. I don't care. They don't come out that often. Games don't come out that often for the system, and they make some of the best games in gaming. If you're an old school gamer, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Hold on, let's get set up here. Let's get this thing set up. Okay. I think we're good to go.
Pokemon Legends ZA is a new title in the Pokemon series. The story takes place in Lumiose City, the largest city in the Kalos region. Prism Tower stands tall at the center of this city of beautiful vistas.
Three minutes?
These days, Lumiose is undergoing a high-tech urban redevelopment plan to turn it into a city that people and Pokemon
So is this like
share.
a Pokemon MMO? It's like Pokemon MMO?
After you arrive in Lumiose
I'm not a Pokemon fan, so this doesn't really hit home for me, but
City to see the sights.
it's the first
You'll meet
Switch 2
3
trailer.
Pokemon, one of which will become your first partner. Chikorita, Tepig, and Totodile. You'll
Okay.
choose.
Yeah, no. Okay, first of all, why would this be the first Switch trailer? This don't even look good. Like, even how it's delivered feels like ew. Yeah, why are they doing this? It's not exciting. It doesn't even make me want to continue. It makes me want to stop watching it, not continue watching it. Like, why would this even be the thing? Okay, now I want to read what people are saying, okay? Because now I kind of feel like how they feel. I needed to have that feeling before we read this. So I needed to feel the disgust. Then we can get into it. Yeah, Mr. Media, I would be down for it too because I'm just down for whatever Nintendo does. But man, this though, bro, how do you feel about this? Personally, I thought it was. We're reading right now, not me. These are not my words. We're gonna read what's going on here. Personally, I thought it was a brilliant trailer and the game looks fabulous. However, the community seems to be torn after what they saw. Yeah, absolutely. So we got here. I'm pretty underwhelmed over on Reddit. Legends Z through A doesn't look as good as I thought it would. All right, let's skip the fact that it doesn't look as good as a Pokemon game you think Pokemon game should look. This doesn't look good for a Switch game, let alone the Switch 2. I'm interested to see what kind of hardware they chose for this thing. It hardly matters, right? Because it's all about the games with Nintendo, but still. Another Redditor comments, the game jittering does not inspire me with confidence, although some call this observation into question. Okay. Honestly, I set my expectations too high because of that extra year. I think the game looks straight up bad. Okay. No one's saying what I'm thinking. Like, why do this for the first trailer for your new system? That's what I'm thinking. Like, I'm not even looking at it from a Pokemon game standpoint. I'm just looking at it from a system launch standpoint. Like, why would this be the thing? Oh man, this is okay. We're gonna move on from that. That was upsetting. What do we got next here? We got Gemini on-screen info and questions. Let's go ahead. Or Gemini on-screen info and video questions. Let's go ahead and check that out. All right, so Google's Gemini now lets you ask questions using videos and gives you information on what's on your screen. Siri does this now. Siri can contextually tell you what you're looking at on your screen. It knows what app you're in, what's being displayed on the screen, so it can give you some information on that. I like that. I like that feature. I like anything that makes learning what your phone does, can do, and where things are on your phone easy. And to me, this is like the best use of local AI in the world. You can simply ask your phone, hey, how do I take a picture? Hey, how do I change the resolution of my pictures? Hey, how do I make the camera faster? Hey, how do I use this button on? That's the best use for me of AI. I mean, I don't use it that way personally, but I think that that's functionally, it's the best use. Anyway, Google's adding new features into its AI assistant Gemini that lets users ask it questions using video and content on the screen in real time. At the Mobile World Congress MWC 2025 in Barcelona, the company showed off a new screen share feature which lets users share what's on their phone screen with Gemini and ask questions about the company. As an example, the company showed a video of a user shopping for a pair of baggy jeans and asking Gemini what other clothing would pair well with it. Let's check that out real quick.
What are some outfit ideas for these pants?
These jeans have a cool, relaxed fit. For a casual look, you could pair them with a simple white tee or a fitted black turtleneck.
I like the turtleneck, but what jacket should I wear? The legs are super baggy.
Since the jeans are already kind of baggy, a denim jacket or a bomber jacket would be cool and casual.
Okay. I'm not terribly impressed by that, honestly. I mean, that was, to me, a bad demo of what it can do, but it works. Let's go to the chat real quick. I'm down for... Copilot has helped me with my video editing and camera settings. Really? I never thought about that. Well, you know what? I have used AI to help me with camera settings before, just to, I guess, circumvent the manual, I guess, a little bit. But now I throw manuals into Notebook LM, and that's the way I absorb manuals these days. When it works. For some reason, some manuals, it just takes days. It sits and thinks about it for days, and it never stops and then lets me question or run the podcast on the manual. But when it works really well. All right, so I think that was a very interesting, like I said, set of features to add to Gemini, and I think that's going to be super useful in a lot of ways. Like I said, one of the big ways for me is like knowing what your phone does. Like, okay, what am I looking at right now? What am I expected to do with this kind of thing? I think it's great. Using video to ask questions about, or using video to ask a question is awesome as well. So recording a question and then having AI analyze that, like, hey, what is this thing right here? And then have it analyze that video to give you an answer. That's cool too. So that's a very cool feature being added. So a couple good things being added to Gemini. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. Next thing we got here is PKM. I've been seeing a lot of PKM lately, so let's go ahead and check that out. Personal knowledge management is a process of collecting, organizing, and using information to improve learning and decision making. It can help you become more effective at work, school, and in life. Now, I've been seeing a lot of this lately, which I wanted to bring it up on the live to see if anybody else has been seeing this or have any experience with people using it in this particular way. Oh, what is that? Using it in a particular way. Now, this was interesting. The first time I even saw this term was recently watching a Onyx Boox commercial or demo video, them talking about how to be better at PKM. I think they heard the term and was like, oh, we got to make a video saying our devices do PKM. I don't know. It angers me a little bit. Just we need a term. We need PK. We need, and then I start seeing YouTube videos. Everyone talking about PKM. I'm like, when did this start? Like, when? Let's find out. I'm putting. Let's check this out right here. The term personal knowledge management appears to have emerged around 1999, with early references to the concept appearing in a working paper by Frand and Hickson that year. While the concept of managing knowledge has been around for a long time, the term knowledge management is generally attributed to Peter Drucker in 1980s. I wonder if Drucker was in the Northeast. I used to have a business in Syracuse, New York, and the property owner was Drucker. Very interesting. Early PKM discussion. Although the term personal knowledge management is relatively new, some early discussions about the importance of individual knowledge processes can be traced back to the late 1990s, particularly in the work of Thomas Davenport. All right. Although as early as 1998, Davenport wrote on the importance to work productivity of understanding individual knowledge processes, cited in Zhang 2009, the term personal knowledge management appears to be relatively new. Its origins can be traced in a working paper by Frand and Hickson. Frand. I don't know. I keep wanting to say Frand. Frand and Hickson. All right. So we're going to say 1990s. We're going to say 1990s. It seemed to be a term that just crept out of nowhere for me, though. Anybody else familiar with this? Familiar with this term? I did want to bring it up and talk about it. It like I wanted to research that and figure out what the crap was going on. I'm going to check out this dude, though. This Peter Drucker. I'm definitely going to check him out a little bit. All right, moving on. What do we got here? What do we got next here? Yeah, let me know what you guys think about that PKM. I don't know. Excuse me. It bothers me a bit. I don't know why. I don't know why we need a term for that or an acronym for it. But hey, it is what it is. We live in an age of acronyms, apparently. Next thing we have here is, what do we got? Terminal. I heard about this particular. Oops, there we go. I heard about this particular device through the Discord. So this is another one of the things I learned in the Discord. I didn't know anything about this, but it looks super cool. So what it essentially is it's just a display that displays whatever information you want. Well, not whatever information you want. There's a certain set of apps that work with it. And if you're using those apps, you can display information from those apps on this display, and it can just be like a display for that information. I mean, It's not different than how I use my eInk devices now. I've always praised the eInk devices having transparent screensavers, and that's essentially what this is for me. It's like a screensaver that shows information. The only difference between this and what I can do or what we can do with eInk devices is that the eInk devices, once you turn the device off and it's still displaying your information, it doesn't update, right? It just kind of statically displays the last thing that it was showing. This is cool in that it's actually updating, right? The information throughout the day. And I think you can set the intervals in which it actually updates. Now, I'm thinking, what would I use this for? I would use this for, and now that I'm looking at the weather on it, I might use it for the weather. I was going to say I would only use this for my to-do list. If I could have an interactive to-do list that just sits there and it just houses everything I need to do for the day and it just stays on that, so it keeps me focused on my to-dos because it's always visible, I would do that. I would love a device just for that. Matter of fact, I'm going to look into this. This isn't Kickstarter right now, but I'm going to look into see how much this thing costs. Maybe I'll solicit, see if I can get me one to review. But it looks super cool. It would be super useful to me, even if it were just something that held my to-dos. Even if that's all it did, it would be worth. I mean, how much would it be worth to me? I don't know how much it is, but let's see. It would probably be worth a few $100. I'd pay a few $100 to have a screen that just keeps me focused on what I need to do. It's always just displaying that information. It's updating it. I can interact with it in a limited way. I don't want too much interaction to take me away from what I'm supposed to be doing, but just enough interaction to keep me updated on my task and what I've done and completed already. That would be awesome. The weather would be awesome too. So, it would be really cool if you could have it alternate. 90% of the time it shows you your to-do. Every 10 minutes for 30 seconds, it flashes the weather or something. You know what I mean? That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Now, the fact that you can put it on the refrigerator. Now, this is something I did a video on a little while ago about putting eInk devices on whiteboards or any metallic surface because they have magnets in most of these devices and they can stick to things. So I chose a whiteboard, but here we got it sticking onto a refrigerator, which I think is awesome. Let's go to the chat real quick. I'm seeing a couple things come in here. Mr. Media says, I'm reading a book now on how to improve your PKM with more effective note-taking. That's impressive. Okay. My brother says, I brought you the Building a Second Brain audiobook. Did you get it? No. I got to check my audiobooks. I didn't know. I appreciate that, brother. I'm going to check it out today. Did you do it through Audible? I'm assuming that's where you did it from. Mr. Media says it's something I was introduced to at work in 2006. Wow. Okay, so that's time range. So it's about a 30-year-old concept. About a 30-year-old concept. Like I said, I had been introduced to it through a Boox demo, and I thought it was interesting. It was just another acronym. Then I was like, why do we need another acronym to describe, I don't know, note-taking? Essentially, that's what it is. Check Audible. Okay, I'll do that, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you. Love you, man. What else we got here? Yes, so stay focused. I like this. I do like this terminal thing here. So it says it connects with popular apps, 70 plus and coming. Tons of plugins. Build playlists. Oh, so you can, that's cool. So what I was talking about, you can do with these playlists right here. Like have it display other things and you can have it display multiple things at one time. That's awesome. I would do that. This is cool. It's officially something I want now. I mean, I have to have it. I'm in eInk and this is like literally what I want my devices to be, but they can't do, which is update. That's cool. It would be worth about $300 to me. Let's see how much it costs. Oh, you can build custom plugins. It says in under 5 minutes. That's interesting. Trusted by calm creators. What is a calm creator? Am I not calm? I'm not, but I still want it. It's probably trusted by non-calm creators too. Why point out the calm people? They don't deserve it. They're too calm. They don't even need the focus. They're calm. They're focused already. It's us. The erratic people. The people whose brains don't slow down. It's not calm up here at all. Oh boy. It's not calm up here at all. To no extent. So I still want it. I think it's more relevant for us. What else we got here? Okay, some specs. Let's look at them. The screen is 7.5 inches. Perfect size. Well, not perfect for what I'm saying too much. Display, very good size. Premium soft touch ABS, black only, chrome plated steel kickstand. Awesome. 1800 milliamp hour rechargeable lithium battery. Oh, you can upgrade it to a 2500 milliamp hour battery that lasts 6+ months. Whoa. I mean, I'm good with 3 months of battery. I'm good. And I guess the default battery lasts for 3 months. I'm cool with that. Device case opener includes USB-C cable, screen protector, microfiber. Also nice. 5.8 ounces. 165 grams. That's light. That's half the weight of these devices, of our eInk devices here. So it's half the weight of those things. I mean, it's lighter even than the Nomad here. Want to collaborate? Partnerships, groups, sales, special? Yes, I do. Oh boy, I'm keeping that. I'm keeping this tab open. I'm keeping that tab open. I'm talking to them about this thing right here. We're going to get one of these in the shop. Oh, I said the shop. It's a lab now. We're getting one of these in the lab. Not lying. We're getting one of those. All right. What else we got up here? Next thing, I think the next thing we got is the frameworks. First, desktop PC. So I talked a bunch of crap, but let's go ahead and get to that real quick. So I talked a bunch of crap about PC Framework not having an AMD option for their desktop PCs. Well, guess what? Framework's first desktop PC leans into its DIY roots and AMD's radical Strix Halo. So they're coming with AMD. You gotta love it. Now this becomes a viable option for me. I mean, I don't know if I'd ever buy it. You see that beast back there? Oh, you can't see it. Oh, can you can see the lights from it right there. That thing's a beast. That thing is a beast. And I don't feel the need to replace that anytime soon. But this does look pretty interesting. It does look pretty interesting. All right, so a framework desktop, yes, and it's coming soon. The framework desktop harnesses Framework's talent to build modular PCs and applies it to desktops. And AMD's killer Ryzen AI Max processor, also known as Strix Halo. Okay, I thought that was continuing. Framework will begin shipping the first Framework desktops in the third quarter, and you can pre-order one for as low as $1,000 up to a top price of $2,000. That's not bad. What do you get for that $2,000? How long is this video?
We are here.
21 minutes. Not worth it. We'll check that out some other time. It looks cool. I think I've talked about the design of these PCs before. It looks like someone made some Legos and put a PC together with them. I love it. I love it. It's a concept that forces you to chew on it for a minute. However, Framework spent the last 5 years building laptops that were as modular as desktops, with replaceable parts that can be swapped out. And that's the beauty of their laptops to me. Modularity in laptops is where it's at. That's the thing. Modular PCs, that PC right there is 100% modular. I built every part of it. I bought the case, bought the processor, bought the RAM, bought like the sound card. Bought the I said the hard drives, but this thing doesn't even use hard drives. Bought the storage. It uses the M.2 chipset for storage. What is it? NVMe? Yeah, there we go. But yeah, anyway, Everything in that thing is modular. So modular PCs, desktops aren't new to me. So I was wondering, what's the thing with this? It's the way they designed it. It's the design. So that's the big thing with this framework desktop is they're applying their design language that they learned with the laptops, and they're applying that to desktops. So they're just another desktop OEM manufacturer. So that's what this is. That's how I equate this, because there's nothing new here. But I like the fact that they've got an AMD Ryzen chipset in there. That's what's up. But it's still, it's got, yeah, the RTX, the NVIDIA. Why don't we have ATI in here? Okay, I'm back to hating it now. Not hating it, but hating on it for not having ATI. Whatever. It's whatever. Let's go on to the next thing we have here. What do we got next on the list? I think we're done with the tech stories here. My next thing to talk about is basically, oh wow, yeah, the Boox multitasking window. So onto the eInk stuff here. So the Boox multitasking window is something we talked about I talked about on my latest video. If you didn't check that out, let's see what we have here. Oh, do we have it? We don't. We do. We do. Content. Whoa. I don't know why YouTube is like, no, we're not showing you any of your content today. I'm sorry. We can't do it. All right. So, here it is. I wish I had a thumbnail. They don't give you a good thumbnail video. Bam. All right. So if Boox adds this, oh boy, the Supernote could be in trouble. That was the video. I do believe that. I do believe if Onyx were to add a quick access menu to their devices, that they would give Supernote a run for their money, because that's one of the main selling points for the Supernote platform is their organization. And in that video, I talked a lot about the file options menu being the most optimal place for it, and that's only because it's in the notes, and that's only because the multitasking window on Boox products. Let's take this out real quick. And only because the multitasking window on the Boox platform doesn't allow you to have multiple notes. So let's go into that real quick. If you guys have any eInk stuff you want to talk about, any eInk questions, just throw those out there as well. We're going to talk eInk here for a little bit. Let me just get this open. All right, so this is, whoa, let's get you down here. All right, so this is the multitasking window on the Boox platform here. And essentially what it is it just shows you all the apps you have open, just like any other multitasking window on any mobile device, right? Or any computer for that matter, because my Mac has a multitasking window as well. The PC also has a similarly functioning multitasking window. It's very cool. I like how Windows is catching up with how OS 10. I can't bring myself to call it OS X. OS 10 does it. Anyway, so this is the multitasking window. Now, I thought more about this after the video released. And if this window was more functional, this could be the answer to my problem. They would only need to do one thing. Allow you to add multiple notes to this. And we're golden. Because you can already lock these apps and stuff into place by hitting the lock buttons here. So you can lock apps into place so they never get purged by the system. And I like that. That would allow you to lock certain notes in and lock certain apps in. The only other thing they would need to do with this menu would allow you to add folders as well. If I could lock in a folder here and lock in apps and files and documents, this would win. That would win. That would solve the problem. And what's cool about this is that, and something else I thought about too with this is that it's universal in the sense that it's globally accessible, meaning it doesn't matter what app I'm in, right? I'm in my library right here. I still have access to the multitasking window, no matter where I'm at. Oh, can we close it with that too? No, can't close it with that. Okay. If I'm in settings, you still have access to it. So no matter where you are, you still have access to this particular set of apps if you're doing something. Even if I'm in an app, right? Let's just open an app right here. Google Play. Oh yeah, we'll open Google Play Books. We'll open Google Play Books here. And we're in an app and we still have access to the... So this would be a really nice solution for being a quick access menu of sorts for the Boox platform. They would just need to give you the ability to add multiple notes and because you can add multiple files on here already. You can have multiple instances of the Neo Reader. You can have multiple instances of browsers. You can have multiple instances of everything except for notes. So if they added notes here, it lets you give you the ability to add multiple notes here, and then give you the ability to add folders and multiple folders. Oh, this is better. Well, I wouldn't say better. Now this is at least as good as Supernote's quick access menu. If they do those two things, it's at least as good then. In my opinion, that's the way it would run. What do we think? Any disagreements with that? Aaron said, I told you all of this. Aaron, I gave you 2 shout outs in that video because that video was in direct correlation to some things you had been saying. Most definitely. You definitely mentioned all of that. The thing was, I didn't correlate that at the time you were saying it because you were using the navigation menu to get to all of your stuff on your device, and where I don't use the navigation menu. So when you were telling me these things, it didn't make sense because I'm like, I don't know what he's talking about because there are no options at the bottom of my device, and the options aren't there because, like, I'll show you again here. There are no options there because I don't use a navigation bar. I use gestures for everything. So there is no navigation menu down here. Even if I were to swipe up, it's just the eInk Center. That takes me to my home menu, which is my Notes app. And then swiping up here is the multitasking. So I don't have a navigation bar. So that's why when you were saying it, I couldn't like understand because we had a disconnect to how we were actually getting to this multitasking window, right? So that was the disconnect. But once I understood what you were saying, it all made sense. And you absolutely did bring this up to me. So thank you. I appreciate that. When Ian said it gives you global access, you told me Boox didn't have it. Yeah, that's because I didn't understand. But now I understand what you mean. And like I said, I definitely wanted to thank you for that because you definitely put this on my radar as being something that could be that. Because I never considered, I knew all the things it could do. I just never correlated it to being a quick access. But you're absolutely right. It's probably the closest thing they have to a quick access menu. But the problem is, I want to get to folders and notes. I don't really want to switch between apps. That's why I never considered this, because it's more of an app switcher than it is a notes and pages switcher. You see what I'm saying? So I never considered it that way. But thinking about ways to improve something, if they improve that would make this, that would take this to being on par with the Supernote as far as their organizational prowess. 100%. 100%. All right, so let's go on here. What else we got here? Let's make this small again. All right. I think the thing we were going to talk about was some of the YouTube videos. Oh, we want to talk about one more thing. The fact that I don't think you can do that. Oh, you can. Oh, boy. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I was going to say you can't favorite recents, but I just looked and you can. I don't know why that was on my brain, but it was. We're good to go, though. We're good to go, though. Let's check out what other people are talking about on YouTube here. So let's check out some YouTube videos that came out this week. We got... Let's go back here. Kit's video, but that was not a really new one. That wasn't the one I wanted to bring up. He's made a new one recently. Lots of eInk videos coming out. I don't know why I'm not seeing recent videos on my feed. Oh, here we go. So Kit released a video about big benefits, easy use, and a whole new category. It's used for eInk tablets, which I think was super interesting there. I mean, Kit's always got an interesting take on stuff. You know what? I should look at this video, recycling failed 3D prints and filament, like extrusions, things that just come out of the 3D printer. Me and I think that was she in the Discord was talking about that. Oh, there's your boy with the one wheel. I don't see none of the videos. All right. So anyway, I queued them up. So let's just take a look here. So Kid had this remarkable versus Supernote versus Boox overlook comparisons. I like this video. Very cool. You guys check that out if you want a good take on. And I think this is just an apt comparison between the top three. You know, they're the top three in my opinion in eInk, and it's good to see any comparison with those three juggernauts there. Khaled had a good video on a good review on the Note Max. We talked a bit about that in the Discord as well. A lot of people disagreed with his take on it being heavy. Or being big and for one-handed use, but I mean that's all subjective, right? That's all subjective. Super good review. Everyone agrees it's an awesome review of the Note Max, and everyone likes Khaled. We talked about Khaled in the Discord, and I said that Khaled probably makes the highest. His production value is probably the highest amongst eInk YouTubers. I mean, his production value to me, like I take cues from him. Like I watch his videos and I'm like, okay, what is he doing really good? Because this guy's good. So I really like watching Khaled videos. They're fun. They're really well produced. And he always has really good, unique takes. And he's a Star Trek fan. So, you know, there's that. Jeffrey Moss came out with a new video a couple of days ago. Comparing the Go 10.3, which is my favorite device right now, against the Big Me 1051 black and white light. Check that out. I haven't watched that full video yet, so I'm still getting my way through that. But it's a hefty one, so I'm still making my way through that video. But very good insights on his part. Like I said, and I think he's spot on all of his comparisons on the Go 10.3. But I'm not done yet. I gotta get through it. We'll talk more about it. What else we got here? And just some comments. I think I had one comment queued up here that I liked. That I actually liked. Offered a lot of insight. I like it when people attack me, when people have something negative to say. But if you're gonna have something negative to say, like if you're gonna insult me properly. Like, I'm tired of the insults coming improperly. Like when you insult someone, use correct grammar. I just disregard your insult when it's not grammatically correct. Like I'm not grammatically correct 90% of the time too, but I'm not attacking people. If you're going to attack me, do it the right way. Grammatically correct way. Oh yeah, someone talking about the size of the Nomad. So and I, you know, in talking about this, I realized that I use the Nomad more than I use the Manta, and I think I've mentioned that a few times. And I told this person who made this content, but I really love the size of the Nomad. It just like it makes me feel like I'm holding my notebook. Essentially, what they were saying, and I agree. The Nomad is like having a little notebook. And I mentioned in the Discord that is the way that I use the Supernote platform as a whole, no matter if it's the Manta or the Nomad. I use them just like notebooks. I use the Boox devices a little bit in a different manner than what I use the Supernote platform. But I thought that was an interesting take that I wanted to bring up and just make that known that I definitely use the Nomad more than the Manta. Because it's more like a notebook, the size-wise. I like that. Not that I don't use the Manta, but the Nomad gets most of the use. All right. I think that's going to be it for today, you guys. That's going to be the show for today. Unless anybody has anything else interesting that happened, or because there wasn't really no tech news today. I was digging today, just for like interesting things that I thought were interesting. I'm probably going to work on some more 3D printing stuff today. That's how the day is going to flow for me. 3D printing, seeing how we can get this stuff done. Let's get to the chat real quick before we head out of here. I think eInk is ink. It auto-corrected in chat. No doubt. I saw the insult they sent at you. I had to read it a couple of times to understand what they were trying to say. Right, and that's usually well, it's not usually how it goes. I like insults; they're fun to read, and I try to kill people with kindness. I was like, bro, you should join the chat membership. That's how much I respect your comment. You should join us. All right, everyone. That's going to be, like I said, the show for today. I'm going to be back here Wednesday to talk about more tech stories. Hopefully, we have something more interesting to talk about Wednesday. I should be putting on another video Tuesday, so we'll have to talk about it if nothing else. I will have more insults, presumably. All right, everyone. Thanks for showing up today. I appreciate you. I hope you guys are having a good Monday. I know it's a grindy start to the week and it's a slow start to the week, but try to make the best of it, and I will see you all Wednesday. Until next time, you guys. I want to say that with a London accent. All right, till next time, you guys. Have a good one. Peace. you.